Hello, everyone. It's me, Andrew. I'm here at Star Cottage Studio in lovely Ligonier, Pennsylvania. Hopefully, you all are doing well out there. I apologize for being a little bit late today. Got some honeybees trapped in here. Just maybe, I don't know. There was a small group of them. And I don't know if our fake flowers in the window somehow lured them inside, but they were buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. I was like, what's that sound? What's that sound? So I went over and looked, and there were some honeybees. So I very carefully took them outside because bees are our friends. And so I put them outside. So it took a little bit to finagle them. I didn't want to crush them. So here we are. I see a couple people are tuning in. If you're watching, please say hello and where you're tuning in from. It's always lovely to create community with one another. I see Michelle's watching. Hi, Michelle. Marianne's watching. Hey, Marianne. Who else is watching? What day is it? It's Wednesday. Busy day as usual. I uploaded the tier reward for May in the Patreon group. If you don't know what that is, we have a special Patreon going where folks can contribute a little bit and it helps keep things running. It would be nice if it really took off, then we could do way more things. But so far, I've been trying to upload all the things that we're working on. Of course, I don't always get a chance to do that, but I do my best. And William has been doing adding posts as well. And if you didn't see, we started the construction at the new shop. So that's super exciting. At least it is for me. We've got 2 weeks, I'm rounding up, until the soft opening, which happens on Memorial Day weekend. So we're going to have a soft opening at the end of May, and then we're going to have our grand reopening, the big shindig. Big is relative, right? But we're going to have the big shindig in June, I think. And that'll let us kind of fine tune things and finish up some projects that we have kind of dingle dangling in the wind. So let's see who else is watching. I see Karen's watching. Hi, Karen. And Norma's watching. Hey, Norma. Michelle says, hubby is leaving town tonight for a couple of days. Well, hopefully you enjoy your, time. Hopefully he has a safe trip. All right. So we've got... So I updated the Patreon today with a new tier reward. I try to do a new painting every month for our Patreon patrons, and I try only to post it there. So if you don't, I've made a bunch of paintings, but I don't always share them. So I share them there. And I have some more posts to add there for things that we're working on. And the kiln's heating up while I'm talking. So that's for our project for tonight that I'm going to be working on. Let's see what else. Busy week as always. I had a meeting for the BIPOC retreat that I'm helping organize, which is happening in Rhode Island. I also talked with the organizer at Sawtooth, who is going to host us in October for Explorations of Color on Metal workshop that's happening in October. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm super excited. I've never taught there before, so I'm looking forward to it. William is going to be, he's officially coming with me as my assistant. So that's going to be fun and exciting. And let's see what else. We've been working on a bunch of projects, mostly focusing our energy on the move and making money to pay for the move and getting all the fun things going that we would like to have happen. Marianne says, another nice painting. Love the stories behind the art. Oh, good. I'm glad you like that. If you don't know, I don't always put stories with the paintings because I always like to hear what other people think and kind of leave it open to interpretation. But you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't mind doing it. Sandra is watching. Hey, Sandra. Yeah, so we've been getting that organized, getting stuff ready, working on some projects. I've been doing the tier rewards for Patreon. And what else have we got going on? Seems like there was more. I'm always writing emails. Seems like I'm perpetually writing emails. So getting ready. I'm getting ready to go to Peters Valley in June, so I'm getting ready for that. I have a couple different exhibitions coming up next month, so I'm also getting things ready for that. So there's lots going on. Marion says, can still interpret it for myself as well. Yeah, you know, sometimes though, I think when an artist says this is this and this means that and this means this, people kind of like, okay, that's what that means. And I've kind of had to let go of the idea that I have any control over what other people think. So um, uh, I put stuff out in the world and it takes on its own life, and there you have it. So I also I think about art as a dialogue. So I also like to hear like how people come to it and how they interpret it and what feelings it evokes in them. I think that that's kind of like the goal, is if something inspires somebody enough to kind of have a reaction, good or bad, hopefully good. You know, I put time and effort into my work, so hopefully folks appreciate it and kind of resonate with it. If not, well, there's always next time, right? What are you all up to? Are you having a good Wednesday? Are you all doing anything exciting? I'm working on cooking up a bunch of different new, at least new that I know of, new techniques for enameling. So I'll be documenting all of those kind of experimentations on the Patreon. You know, it does have limitations. So if I ever do decide to teach these in actual real life, you know, you always get more, you know. Um, so there's kind of that also. Because I know some people are like, well, why would I pay for a class when I just join the Patreon? Well, the Patreon, like, if you're just coming to Allegory Gallery and you don't know who we are, what we do, you get a lot of content. If you join the Patreon, you get even more content. And then if you come to a live or paid experience, you know, you get even more. So that's how things work in my mind. We still, I think, try to give a lot of information and add value, because we do realize that there are a lot of places that you can buy beads out there. And, you know, if we were just competing on who has the most advertising dollars or who has the most beads or whatever like that, I know I have a lot of beads, but I don't have as much as, you know, a big box store. So I don't know if we could compete that way. So we try to add value however we can. So through education and community building, and hopefully a little bit of entertainment. Hopefully, I'll have fun. Let's see. Sandra said, I had to go back to work today. It was exhausting with the dizzy issues. Oh no. Anne's watching. Hi, Anne. Let's see. All the comments bounced around. Marianne said she had a lazy day, played some games, read a little. It's kind of a gray day with showers, rain for the next couple of days. Yeah, I would say it's been pretty pleasant here. I did leave the door open. We have a screen door, though there's great big holes in it. So I don't know how effective it is, but I'm left that open because it's real nice and it's good to kind of freshen the air up. But also, I don't know if that's how the bees got in. So, anyways. Sanders says, it is a lot. My last day will be on the 31st. Well, good luck with your transition. I know that that's a big step. Hopefully, it's a rewarding one and you enjoy the fruits of your decisions. Let's see. Angela says, I love seeing your beautiful collection of necessary fancies. Oh, good. Well, hello, Angela. I have lots of collections and lots of lovely things, and it's always nice to be able to share them. So tonight I focus mostly on onesie twosie strands, and hopefully, if William is able to come and help, that would be super awesome because I was messing around with these honeybees that came into the cottage and got kind of behind. I checked what time it was. I was like, oh boy, I got here early, or I thought early. And then I started playing around with the bees, trying to gently escort them out so they didn't get deep fried in here because once you come in you can't come out kind of business. And so I really don't know how. I'm hopeful that we don't have like a hive in the wall or something, because I've seen a bunch of people talking about some swarming issues lately. And while I think the cottage is super sweet, we don't need it to be actually sweet. So yeah. So hopefully, if William is watching, he's going to be like, oh, I need to go and see Andrew and help him because this flying solo business is not for me. I like to be the wind beneath the wings. Susan's watching. Susie, our neighbor. Howdy. Marion says, I am so glad you rescued the bees. Hopefully there aren't any more. One of them kind of flew off and I was like, I can't help you. You decided to go to the road of cannot follow, and there you have it. Also, if William is watching, he will bring me a drink because my throat is dry like the Sahara Desert, and I'm not used to talking. So yes. All right. What else have y'all got going on? Are y'all doing anything fun and exciting? Are you making anything? I've been making like crazy. We've been working, trying to make some new products. If you haven't seen already, the Forever Home Collection on the website, that's www.allegorygallery.com. We've listed a bunch of new products and things that we've made. hopefully to help raise some money so that we can afford to do the things we want to do at the shop. We bought the building, so these improvements that we make will be ones that will have a return on investment. You know, sometimes when you're renting something and you spend a lot of money, like to fix things up, you don't always see a return, at least not like right away. So, so these are going to go into making the building nicer, and I'm excited about that. I would love to do some community art projects at the new shop. There's a side yard. And it would be great to do that. I would also really love to put up a fence like in the back, so that kind of keeps. I'd love to do a mural on that fence, but also I would keep some of the stuff like in the back kind of hidden, you know, and keep things separated out for like our tenants have that are in the apartment that is upstairs. They have use of the garage, and we kind of want to keep that like separate so that people aren't prowling around, you know. Ideally, if we raised a lot of money, we would fix the garage door there. It's kind of like a carport now, which I don't know how that has operated for so many years like that. But it's open, and the tenants, they don't really mind. But I would be like, if it was me, I'd be like, can we put a door on this? But they haven't said anything. Marianne says, maybe wax. The bee got confused. Workers do have relatively short lives until the winter brood. Like the queen bee, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we do have wax in here. I didn't bring over because the beeswax, because I always get paranoid that something's gonna eat it, and they probably won't mess with it. But you know, we're out in the woods at the cottage, and so I'm kind of that mindset to, you know, don't bring any food over here and stuff, because I don't want any critters. And there's already critters, so I don't want more critters. But anyways, yeah. So tonight we've got a vintage Czech glass show going. I'm kind of not in the mood to do a show yet. Maybe we'll make something. Do y'all want to make something? And it says, "Oh, I hope it wasn't a queen bee." I don't really know I can't tell the difference. I wish they had little tiny crowns, and then I would be really smitten with that. But I can't tell the difference between a non-queen and a not one. But there were about 5 of them that I rescued, and the one, I don't know where it went. It flew in my studio in the metal section, and I was like, well, there you have it. Michelle says, let's see you make something. All right. All right. We'll do this. Maybe we'll do, Marianne said, I need to wear my glasses when I type. Angela says, let's make something. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm glad y'all don't want to just jump into the selling, because sometimes I get bored with the selling. I know we have to do it because if we don't sell stuff, then we go to what's called the bankruptcy. But you know, if I like to make things, so let's do that. How about that? All right, I'm gonna flip the camera. You're gonna see the ceiling. One day I'll put something fancy at the top. Y'all be so surprised. Let me raise this up so I'm not like so close. All right. Marion says, and apparently I just can't type tonight. Well, that happens. What should we make? Do y'all want to make something with some Czech glass? How about that? Let's do something. Well, let's see. I have these kind of hanging out. Hopefully these aren't. There is no place like home. Let's do something with maybe this one. Y'all can decide. I think I like this color palette. I'll let you pick. A, B, or C. This one's A. This one's B. This one's C. Should I work with A, B, or C? Marianne says C. Michelle says C. Anybody else? Norma says C. Susie says B. Sandra says C. Okay, Cindy says C. I think we're going to use this as C. If you didn't know, I curated a show at the Metal Museum called No Place Like Home. There is only 2 weeks left to see it. I wish it was longer. Unfortunately, that's all the time they had that they could squeeze me in. So, yeah. If you're in the Memphis area, head on over and check that out. All right, I've got this. So I've got this. This is the one that we're gonna work with. Yeah, let me peel this off the back. All right. So how about we do some embellishments to this? I'm looking around frantically to see what I've got to embellish it with. I do have lots and lots of art supplies here. However, since I didn't really prepare for this, because I like to kind of go with the flow, and that's not always conducive to having success. Let me see what we got. Let's see. I've got some. Those don't sound good. I have some Gilder's paste. Do y'all know about Gilder's paste? It's basically like shoe polish, but like on steroids. It's highly pigmented wax that you can color metal with. You can color all kinds of stuff with. Let's see. We'll do on these ones, on these acrylic ones, these colored ones like this. There's kind of a matte side and there's a shiny side, and we've engraved the matte side. And so in theory, that should take the color pretty good. And start hearing some rattling. Normally, you can just kind of wipe it, but if your piece has become solidified and turned into this mummified chunk that is also, here's another thing, this stuff is whiffy. So what I mean by that is it's got a smell. So if you've got ventilation, you should probably use it so you don't have the problems. Some people are real sensitive to chemicals, and if you're one of those people who's sensitive to that, just be mindful of it. It's not too bad. I have some aromatherapy going, so I can't really tell. However, I gotta put a little eucalyptus in the aromatherapy, and that's kind of opened up my nose hole because I've had allergies lately. So, anyways, usually you use a denatured alcohol with this. Let me see. What is that? On my sculpting tools. I was wondering where this brush went. I'm gonna take that home. That's a goodie. So I've got a little isopropyl alcohol. We'll see if this works. I'm gonna get experimentation station up in here. Let's see. Is it gonna do anything? I don't know. It don't look too promising. I don't see any color coming up. So in theory, you can melt wax with alcohol as a solvent. So I'm trying to load up this brush with some color, but it don't look like it's coming up. We'll see. All right. Oh, here we go. You just have to keep rubbing on it. All right. Let's see. That look a hot mess. But you know what? We're going to have to dance with the date because it done stained the heck out of it. So I'm going to just go and put this on here like so. I'm just painting on this surface and using some isopropyl alcohol. And it is staining the heck out of this pendant. So there you go. I bet if I douse some more isopropyl alcohol, I can get it to come off. But I kind of like this. It's kind of like a watercolor. And that matte surface really is holding this. So who knew? Maybe I've just invented something. This new technique. Let me dish out some more of this here isopropyl. We're learning and growing together, y'all. I don't know how this is gonna work out. You know, sometimes you know, and then sometimes you just kind of have to experiment. And then if you experiment, then you find out. As they say in as the kids say today, F around and find out. Cheryl says, hi, Andrew. Hi, Cheryl. So these are real deep, the letters, which normally I like. However, it's making it so you can't really, so it's not really going in there, which is fine. So what we're doing right now, this kind of looks like a cloud of some sort. That's kind of like a mess, but that's all right. Let's move this around a little bit. Let me see if I can't take some of this off and make it a little bit. Well, what I'll do is I'll kind of load my brush up with some isopropyl alcohol, and then I'll make some cloud-like shapes with my brush. And maybe that don't look pretty good. All right. I'm just going to go and put it off to the side here. We'll load it up, make the color on the side, and make it look like a faded blue jean or something. How about that? It's pretty wet right now, so. Yeah, that'll do it for now, I think. Give it a little something, but not too much. Let me see if I got a container. I'll have washed my brush out so I don't have everything be blue from now on. And into eternity. So we've been watching The Great Pottery Throwdown, which is a British show, and they do like ceramics. William, as you know, he's into the ceramics. And so we've been watching that. I'm going to dip that in there. I'm going to go and do that. Kind of like that. It makes it look less like a plastic, you know? I mean, it's plastic, so it is what it is. It's an acrylic, but it doesn't make it look so plasticky. I don't know. Do y'all like that? That kind of like watercolor effect? Or you think it look a kind of weak sauce? I think we have to add some. Let me see. What's this damson? Isn't that a plum? I don't know what color. Let's find out. It look kind of like brown. It's kind of a brown plum color. Well, let's go put a little bit. Oh, that's a pretty purple. I'm gonna be butterfly in the sky up in here. I'll rinse some of this off. Have y'all ever worked with Gilder's paste? I like it. I haven't used it for a while. Let me try to make that saturation, bump up that saturation a little bit. Oh, I took it off. What's happening, y'all? All right. Gotta load up that brush. Y'all didn't know you're gonna do this today and be like, I thought we were gonna look at the Czech glass. Sanders says, no, I haven't. Wow. Marianne says, I have used Peebo gilding wax. It's kind of the same thing. Michelle says, allergic to a lot of chemicals, so no. Yeah, you gotta be careful if you're allergic to stuff. In theory, you can make your own. It's not gonna be the same. But if you melt some wax and then you melt pigment into it, then you can make your own. And you can make whatever consistency you want. And you can also make it kind of non-toxic if that's also a concern. Some of these things, it's got lots of preservatives in it, or it's a petroleum-based wax. So there you go. Let me go and wipe some of this. I kind of like it. We're going to dab it. A little dab-a-doo-ya. All right, there we go. Does that look good or did it look terrible? I think that looks all right. A little bit of something. Cheryl says, I really like how it looks. Susan says, Brewers beat up the Pirates this afternoon. I'm guessing that's a sports thing. I don't know anything about that. Michelle says, love it. Oh, good. Thank you. All right. We're going to have it like this. Kind of look like a bruise. But like delightful. Okay. No, there's no place like home. Y'all know that one? Wizard of Oz? Yes. I used to love that as a child. That's my favorite. Not much has changed, though. I like all the fantasy things. I watched that new one that they did a couple years ago, and I was like, how come? I feel like I'm like had taken something because they're talking kind of different. All right. Norma says, I like it. Norma says, those colors are good together. All right. So let's find something to work with this. All right. Since this is a Czech glass show, how about we get some Czech glass? I'm going to get something for that. Got a couple different options. So, are y'all working on anything? Let me know. It's always interesting to see what people are doing, what they're working on. We didn't do a meetup this month. Maybe we'll do a meetup this month. I have to talk to William about that. Do y'all like the meetups, the Zoom make-alongs? I know this kind of like since we've been in this kind of limbo since the store's not been open, our schedule has been all kinds of wonkadoodle. I mean, I don't mind it. It's kind of nice because I get to see William a little bit more than usual. But at the same time, I don't get to see him that often. We have the store open. How about this one? Aaron says, love the make-alongs. Got the blue and the purple. Yeah, I like that one. Alright, I got something else over here. Let me see what we got. Anybody else like the make-alongs? We had that work with me video the other night, and we had like at one point 31 people just watching me do and don't even talk to nobody. And I was like shook. I was like, y'all just want to hang out and stare at me roll a bunch of stuff? Okay. I don't even have to do anything. I don't even have to talk. Norma says, I haven't made anything in a few weeks. I need to get back to it. I've just been hoarding and staring at my beads. So how about these ones? This color combo, y'all like this? Michelle says, I join the make-along when I can. Norma says, I enjoy the make-along. Oh, good. I know y'all do because I see you come to the make-along. But for the new people, they may be like, what the hell are you talking about? Or what the heck are you talking about make-along? Sometimes we have a Zoom make-along. We started that in the pandemic time because people couldn't get together in person. Yeah, we used to have programming every day at the store, and it makes me tired just thinking of it. But yeah. All right, so we're gonna need some tools. Otherwise, we're just gonna be looking at the beads. So I got some round nose pliers. Let's see what I got. I got some cutters. Let's see what else I got. I know I got a needle nose somewhere. I got some jumper or head pins. Let's get some head pins out. I kind of am feeling silver, but I got gold, so maybe we just use a gold. because otherwise we'll be here until the end of time me looking for stuff. All right. Seriously, not making anything for me, not until I move. It's mostly packed. I like the make-alongs. Yeah. You know, the nice thing about them is you can hang out and, you know, just sketch. And sometimes that's good too, you know. All right, you got these ones. Some Czech glass. This is AB finish. Aurora Borealis. You got some of these ones. These multicolor ones. We got our. Now here's the proof if it's gonna come off on my hand. I mean, it's still kind of wet, but Marion says I have a bone necklace I need to put a clasp on. You know what? That's my thing. Is sometimes I'll string something up and I won't put a clasp on it, and then I don't do it, and then guess what happens? It gets the cats find it, and then it's no more. All right, let's go. We're gonna put this. Put a couple there here. Got some more head pins. Yeah. Let's see what I got. Yeah, hopefully I don't spill all this everywhere. We're gonna need something so this business don't fall off the end of the head pin. And then I'm gonna need something put on the head pin. That's not too bad. You know, I always check this because I did this one necklace where I didn't check it, and then I just put the beads on, and then it went whoop, and it just came right out, and that was kind of disappointing. It kind of makes the gold, when you use the gold in there, it kind of makes it look brown. So I'll have to check it. You know, like that. A little bit of razzle dazzle. How about we do a little chain tassel? An embellished chain. How about that? We can do that. How about we do that? Let me see what we got. Let me see what we got. I probably should have planned this out, but you know, sometimes you can't plan ahead like that. You just have to roll with it. That's nature's way. All right, I'll just add it later with a jump ring. So I'm gonna go and when I do wire wrapping, I do this probably more different. William says he's driving that way now. Oh, good. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right. So when I wire wrap way different. So I should scroll back. So I went to school for painting and mixed media. And when I learned how to do stuff, you had to learn from books or magazines. And pretty much that was it, unless you were lucky enough to live near a local bead store. And then you kind of had to train yourself. So I wire wrap and make wire wrap loops different than anybody else I've ever seen before. And if you do it differently and it works for you, good. If you go around and you learn from me how to wire wrap, and don't go to somebody else's class and be like, well, Andrew told me that you'll throw a hog, shit. So don't do that, because I don't need to make any more enemies than I already got. So don't do that. But I find that this works for me, but I also have seen that it does not work for everybody. It also requires what you call a light touch. If you get the He-Man or the She-Ra strength up in here, then you're going to dent up this wire, and it's going to look like somebody chewed it, like they got that big league chew, and then they just chewed it up with the their teeth. So that's what it looks like if you go and you hit it too hard with the pliers. So this is what you call it needs a light touch. So I go about either a fourth or of an inch, about half an inch or so. See there? Got my round nose pliers. I'm gonna bend it over. What? And it's got that little loop. See that there? Then you put this in here. You put that in there. And then you're gonna bend that. I go and I bend it like this. What? And it makes a loop. See, this is where if you get the He-Man time, it's gonna leave a nick. And then you got this little thing. It's got like a little man that's got, or a woman doing a karate chop. They're doing the salute, hiya, or they're doing the high kick, however you want to see that. And then so then what I do is I bend that here, like so, and that's a 90 degree-ish angle. And you got that loop. See, I hit that too hard. Oh wow. I'd be talking about stuff don't do, and then I just did. Oh wow. And then you hold this and then you wrap it. All right, let me see if I can get a chain, because then if I put this directly on the chain, then I don't have to mess with it later. All right. Y'all want to see my chain box? So I collect chain. Anybody want to come over and help me untangle this for 5 to 10 years? And this one is in case I need any kind of chain, this vintage chain, I got it. This box is not very big, but it's heavy. And so he was like, you can make your own chain. I was like, I could. Or I could take advantage of nature's bounty. Cheryl says she sorted her chains out this weekend, so she's going to pass. Well, that's all right. I get it. I don't want to do it either. Here we go. Let me see this. Let me get them cutters. Otherwise, we're going to be here until infinity and beyond. All right. That's a nice one. I told you, did I ever tell you about this story about Lisa Levine and how I used to walk past her studio on the Lorimer stop? She used to be known for making these necklaces that had as all kinds of chain. Michelle says, I love doing that kind of stuff. ADHD. I would think that would be hard if you have the ADHD. For me, I don't mind it actually. I say it's not so good, but you know what? I don't mind stuff like that. William, he gets crazy after a while. Heather says, you just kicked off my OCD. Don't look around here, Heather. You won't have an attack. Because this is not how you call it organized. I mean, it's organized in the sense that I know where every single thing is, but it's a jumble over here. So I use my pliers because the pliers is smaller than my fingers. I also this here, the end of this gets sharp, and sometimes it can cut you, and you don't realize. Here I am playing with it. You don't realize it gets sharp, and then you go and you start doing stuff, and then it cut up your finger, and then you go make the margarita, the lemon chicken or something, and you squeeze in them lemons or them limes or whatever you're doing, and then that acid gets in those micro cuts, and then you know what you got cut. All right, so I'm just gonna bend this, and then I'm gonna just go and take quarter turns around. I'm just holding it. And then before I get to the end, I'm going to turn this in, make a little bit of a thing here. I'm going to turn this towards it so that when I go and tuck this tail in, it's going to conform. See how it's like this? This is Doppler 5 up in here. See how this? We're going to close up the hurricane. Whoa. Oh, oops. That one went a little bit awry. Let me put that back. All right, here we go. Doppler 5. People are like, what the heck is he talking about? Well, that's, it's one of those things you kind of have to be there in the moment. And so this one, I got a little bit too overzealous in that kinking at the end. And there you go, I have this problem. But the reason why I do that is because if I've got this kind of sticking out and I don't tuck that in very well, you'll run your finger over that and then you'll be reminded of that you didn't tuck that in. Okay, so I open it up and I'm going to try to tuck this underneath. There we go. And then just straighten this out. And that took about 10 minutes for something that should take like 32 seconds. I also did not, I'm going to keep this one. This is a jump ring that was used on that chain to close it up. And it's a oval jump ring. I'm going to put that off to the side. Keep that. All right. Heather says, hello. Howdy. Noma says, I do that all the time since you first showed us, and my wire's stuck in so much better now. So thank you. Oh, good. I'm glad that I was useful and could be of service, because otherwise, you never know. All right, I'm going to do it again. And this time, I'm going to do it double time. And then I'm going to do it. Here, how about I do this also? I'm going to jack this up. You're going to see all the... That's pretty clean. That's not too messy. But we gonna do this double time because guess what? We got stuff to do. We don't have time to be just looking at each other in the mirror. We gotta go and gotta get things done. We gotta cook dinner. So I'm gonna do this how I normally do this, and then it's a lot quicker. All right. So, anybody else working on any fun projects? I know Sandra, she's moving. Her stuff's packed up. Do you have a travel kit that you're working on stuff, or are you just like too tired and don't want to even think about it? I know when we were in the middle of the move, I think I still made stuff in the middle of our move when we were moving out of the physical when we were moving out of the store. I have to make stuff all the time. Otherwise, I get like jittery. I'm like, what's happening with myself? And then that's not ideal. All right, let me go. See here, that one. That's how you do it. That's how you cook with the gas. So you can tell the difference. So these are gold head pins. This brass. You can see the difference, right? Nice and kind of yellow color. This one is a little bit lighter, more green color. There you go. It also feels different. All right, well, let's do this again. A lot of jewelry is just repetition over and over and over and over and over again until the end of time. But that's all right. I used to do this kind of bracelet called Fuzzy Caterpillar bracelet, and I made that for a competition. There used to be this company called K. Godfrey, and they had been in business since like the 20s, and they sold S-word crystals. And there was a competition that they used to do every year, K. Godfrey competition. And they give you free crystals. And so I didn't have a lot of money back then. So I would sign up for every single competition, much like how I do nowadays. I'm not afraid to do a creative challenge. But anyways, I made these fuzzy caterpillar bracelets where I did about 1,000 wire wraps per bracelet. And by the end of it, you start dreaming in wire wraps. I can do it in my sleep. And it says, I rarely make stuff when I travel. I need all my stuff around me. I bring a travel kit. And then usually I don't even do it. That's sometimes I do it. If I'm on a deadline, I do it. But or if I'm driving, then I don't do it. But if William's driving, I'm not passed out, then I will do it. I'll make a little travel kit so that I always have something to occupy myself with. Man says, I haven't traveled in years. Well, you can travel to the park. Don't you live across the street from a park or something? I make myself a little to-go kit. When the weather's nice, sometimes I'll work outside. If it's not nice out, then I don't go outside. Michelle says, my stuff is still selling well in Venice Beach, trying to come up with more beach designs. Yeah, get that money. Heather says, if I traveled with beads, I would have to have a traveling bead shop. You don't bring everything. You just bring the stuff you're working on. But I do like that. I was going to have, one of my dreams is have a bead mobile. I'll roll up to town and I'll play a song. And then all the people come out and they're like, the bead truck, the bead mobile, the bead mobile. But you know what? I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe if I serve like margaritas or something, people run out. If I have a taco truck, people come out. Ian says, that's why diversifying types of art is good. You worked on the noble creatures on the go. That is one of my favorite collections of yours. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I did. When William got sick, he had heart AFib, and we had to go to the hospital or the doctors a lot. And so I'd bring that in my little to-go kit. And because you end up waiting in the waiting room forever. And so I would bring those with me and I work on them. Well, I would wait for him to go talk to the doctor. And I got a lot of them done because we did a lot of waiting. I haven't made any new ones. I have those three of them that I never posted, but Marion says close to the park, but I don't make things in the park, just take photos. Oh. Yeah, well, if you don't like to do it, you don't like to do it. I like to be outside if I can. I'd love to have a studio that I could kind of open up, put all the screen like a porch. Love to have a little porch studio. That'd be great. Maybe we make some money. I go do that here at the cottage. But I would rather have a bathroom than that. So if I got to pick, I'm going to put a bathroom in here at the cottage. Or fix up the outhouse and make it real nice. Mack it out, replace the roof so you don't have any little critter friends looking at you. All right. Michelle says in August I will make my Kumihimo candy canes for October to December sales. Oh, good. Smart. And it says screen porch would be nice. Yeah, I like a screen porch. We talked about screening our front porch, because then that would be nice. Also, you see how I got this finger? I got that stuck up. It's not because I'm being fancy or something, but I'm bracing my work so it's not all like if I do it like this, then this is gonna get tangled. So this keeps that a little bit elevated, and then that way I don't get the tangle time. And then you have to go and play Frogger with the pliers, and then that's not ideal. So I'm listening to a book. I'm almost finished. I got like 30 minutes left of it. I was listening to those 10 Air books by Naomi Novak, and those are good. But I'm on book 9, and I was like, boy, I'm getting cross-eyed with these dragons. They'd be all around the world dragon time, which I don't mind, but it was getting to be a little bit much. So I said, you know what I need? I need a little bit of a break. So I had a library book that's about to expire, so I used a Libby. And so I'm listening to The Lost Apothecary. This like murder.net, old-timey murder.net. Anyway, here you go. And then there's something that happens in that book. I was like, boy, that dude is not very bright. But anyways, I don't get in trouble. Be calling people fools. All right, here we go. I'm almost. I got a few more to do, and then I'll be done with this dingle dangle. Dingle dangle nation. Here we go. Almost done. 1Z, 2Z, 3Z, 4Z. All right, here we go. So I hope y'all are excited about them Czech glass I've been picking. We got a bunch of stuff that's coming up. As soon as William gets here, I'll start. But I'm just wearing this. I'm making a little dangle dangle. And I was just talking about you. Wire wrapping forever.
What's going on? I thought we were doing Czech today.
I wanted to give you an opportunity to come home.
Oh, to help you.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
That's my biggest one so far.
Nice.
Might be for my mom if it fits.
Let me finish this one, then you can show and tell.
I made. I'll talk about it later. So how's it going? You're making some pretty stuff. What did you do to that pendant? I had to skip from the intro.
This?
Yeah.
I took some gills and I washed it down with some isopropyl alcohol, made it a little wash, made it look like somebody
fancy.
Looked like it got pinched.
I like that. I think it looks good.
See here, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna go like this. Marianne says no out on a hold and is estimated at 28 weeks. Are you gonna remember if I spoiler it?
She remembers everything. Don't spoil her book.
I don't remember what happened. I got a little bit sleep. So I think I'm gonna do like this. It's gonna be like this. Little
That's
back
nice.
behind dingle. I'm gonna put a great big jump ring there, and then I slip it on some more Czech glass.
Ordering those pendants. Thank you out there.
Oh, y'all like that?
We spent the weekend.
Which one?
Those pendants.
That's did I use it for somebody's order?
Yeah, you're okay. Has all those already.
Oh. Marion says, yes, I'll remember it. Well, they find that unicorn and they get the unicorn and it heals the blood of the innocent. And, that was real exciting. Wow. I don't know if that doesn't actually happen. Did you hear about how come I started late?
I heard honeybees.
Yeah, there were bees in here, and there was a buzz, and I was like, "What the heck is that buzz? It's driving me crazy." And but I found the one, and it was buzz, 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 and so I was like, "Okay, I can't take it." So I went, and also I was like, "What is this? I'm gonna smash it."
Oh,
And then I went over there, and I saw it was a honeybee, and I was like, "Oh, I can't kill honeybee friend. Bees are friends." And then so I escorted it out more. There was about 5 of them. And so I picked up the docile ones and took them outside.
where's these all coming from?
I don't know, but they're over in that window next to that light. So I don't know what's over there. They see them fake flowers and they think they're going to get a nice dessert, and then they're disappointed with life.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Bart found a yellow jacket on the floor dead.
That's good.
He's like, that's good.
All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the rest of this business maybe off camera. But did you bring me a drink?
There, you're back.
Surprise. Norma says, that's a long wait, Marianne. Marianne says, good thing, Andrew. I'd have had to find a revenge. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Marianne says, it is, Norma, but it's in reality, it could be shorter. Yeah, because mine, looks like that, and sometimes that's what happens. And some of those books, I don't want to, I'm not going to pay money for them.
I'm not going to use your credits?
No way.
No way.
I got plans for those. All right, I'm going to get out the way, and then William can do this.
What am I doing?
You're going to do the check last slots.
Oh, you got some ready there?
Yeah, I have the first couple of them, and then I'll keep going.
Okay. Get out of the way.
Huh? Here go, everybody.
Get out of the way. He said I was chill, having a nice chill.
You're gonna sass me.
Then you get sassed.
And then you see and be like, one moment I gotta put the mute on.
He says that's why it's glitchy, Marianne.
Oh no, the self-censor come out. All right, so if you want to see how this business turns out, look on our no, I'll just post this on the Facebook.
Oh.
But it could be a Patreon. I'll make it a free post.
Yeah, make it a free post over there.
All right, you can tell I need to drink some. Look at this. You can see the marks, and they're not going away. That means the juice is sucked out of my body. And look, it's not supple and plump with the moisture of hydration. I'm going to do it. How come they keep going dark?
I don't know. Something's going on.
Dark 30. Yeah, I can't grab.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
You got a lot of stuff there.
I'll get it. I got extra joints.
Hello, everybody.
That's William.
That's William. Hello, I'm William. How's everybody doing? Are you ready for some check glass tonight?
I think they like you better.
I don't believe it.
Like I can't keep them. Can't keep them watching.
Can't keep them watching?
No, they sure. I was like, oh, is he still doing that stuff?
That stuff? I heard you had a Heather in here. Who's Heather? I heard Heather's name. New person?
Yeah, I guess. Maybe you're not here anymore.
Heather, are you still here? Welcome to the AG Bead fam. Hopefully you've had a nice stay so far. Yeah, we're a little glitchy here. I don't know why. It just went black again, just as I said that. So if you missed that, our screen, Andrew's screen keeps going blank. He may have too many browser windows open on his browser.
Not as many as you.
That's true.
My browser.
He's like, I'm not doing it, y'all. Cheryl says the Facebook stream is a hot mess. I don't know, everybody. I don't know. No wonder people are having issues. Go to YouTube, everybody. Try YouTube. Maybe it's better over there a little bit. You know what? Let me put Andrew's phone on Wi-Fi or on cellular. Let's take off. Hopefully y'all hang in there. If we disconnect, we'll be back, okay? Are y'all there? I know it went blank. We're back. We should be on cellular in case it's our Wi-Fi here that's having an issue. Sometimes our Wi-Fi here at the cottage does not have the capacity to upload if any of our computers are doing other things. And I don't know, maybe some of our computers here are downloading stuff or doing stuff. See if that fixed it, if it's worse. There, Cheryl says you sound much better. Okay, so maybe it's our Wi-Fi here that's having an issue. You never know, everybody. Most of the time when we stream from up here, we have no problems at all. But every once in a while, there's a glitch somewhere in the communication. So let me know if that's better for everybody or not. Raise this up a little bit more. I'm going to show you. Video is smooth again too. Good. So Wi-Fi was the issue, most likely. Maybe that's why you were losing everybody. They just couldn't stand to watch the glitch.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay. Susie says good now. All right. So we're on cellular. Should be okay, I hope. Yeah. So I don't know why our Wi-Fi sometimes here at the cottage is a little bit cranky. And it's been a nice day today. So I don't know what that's about. All right. Look at this bowl, everybody. I got to raise the camera a little bit even more. Look at this bowl I made. This is a big bowl. My mom asked for a big bowl. This is the biggest thing I've ever been able to make. She asked for a big bowl because she has a little 4x4, what do you call those? African violets. She has a little 4x4 pot. She wanted a bigger pot to put it in, but with no drainage. So this is what I made. There's a bigger one in case this one, because this one is like almost like exactly 4x4. So I don't know if it's going to be good or not. She's going to get it anyway. Mom, if you're watching, you're getting this anyway. But I have another one that's bigger, but it formed a crack on the bottom. So I'm going to make a saucer for the bottom of it that's not going to be for water because she doesn't want any drainage or any water in there. But I'm going to take, you can use glaze to glaze two pieces of ceramic together. So I'm going to make a saucer that's just a little bit bigger than the bowl. That'll go around the bottom of the one that's cracked and then glaze them together so that they're one piece. And that'll cure the problem with the hole in the bottom. And she'll have an even bigger pot. So I did this one in the same as that mug that I love so much, with the two glazes, the green and the brown matte kind of glaze, which I love. It has like this kind of velour kind of look to it, which I love a lot. I think that mug is still for sale in the online store. I thought people would be grabbing those, but no one has yet. No one has yet. Anyway, that's what I made the other day. And then today I'm working on a new project. So I'm trying to make some little dishes, and you're going to see what they're for when I kind of get them back and perfect them a little bit. But I had this idea, and hopefully they will come in handy for some people. That's all I'm going to say, because maybe for Andrew, maybe for a lot of you out there.
I requested it.
I know, but these are different than what you requested, kind of. You requested just little dishes. These have little extras. So I'm working on them, and we'll see. We'll see if they are useful or if it's a total bust. But I'm going to keep working on them. I made 7 of them today in different kind of forms to see what might work. So they have to be dried, and then they're going to be bisque fired. Once they're bisque fired, I'll have a better idea if they work or not the way I want them to work and which ones work best. And then maybe I'll start to produce more of them. So yeah, anyway, that's that. All right, let me bring this back down. All right, so
Squeaking over there.
that's this little stand. You like that, everybody?
That's a bad ass.
All right. So, what's happening? Everybody ready for some Czech glass? You've been hanging out for a while. You haven't seen any Czech glass. Are you here for the Czech glass show, everybody? Please hit that share button. If you've already shared, please hit share again and say, hey, the stream's better now. If you were watching before, the stream is now A+, right? You can see us, you can hear us. Everything is so much better. Hopefully it's A+. B-. Hopefully Andrew's presentation, he did a lot of work there. Hopefully it was okay for y'all to watch, because I think that's something people want to watch again. He doubts himself all the time, if you haven't noticed that.
I showed how to make this painted on that business.
Yeah. Well, look how good that looks. This is something a lot of y'all could do. And I love that you were able to do that in these deeper engraved pieces too, that it came out.
I didn't even get in the engrave.
Huh? Yes, it did.
Did it?
That's much darker than it was. What are you talking about?
I don't know about that.
I know.
In your heart?
I know. I can see it. Look, this is dark. Inside there, they're light inside there. Anyway, y'all. Hopefully that wasn't too bad, and you can rewatch that.
Otherwise, just skip over.
Marianne says, you have piqued my interest with my bowls. Cheryl says, oh. Yes, I'm working on little dishes that might be useful for beating people. But we'll see. It may not work out at all. And maybe there already exists, and I just am making something that already exists. But we're going to try and see. They'll be custom no matter what. Marianne says, not really here for the glass other than drooling. Well, maybe. You never know. You never know. You might have to pick up something. You never know. We liked it so much Andrew didn't mind that we didn't mind the glitches. See?
Who said that?
That's Michelle. Liked it so much, Andrew, that we didn't mind the glitches.
Oh, really?
They're still here. They hung on with you through it all.
That's because they my
ride or dies out there.
Ride or die. True familia. True
familia. Cheryl says we're getting a new roof, gutters, and sliding, and siding thanks to the hailstorm last week. It'll be a fun and frugal summer ahead. Hopefully some of your insurance is covering that. Because roof, gutters, and siding, I would not ever want to have to replace all that at once.
I would like to get a new siding here at the cottage.
Yes, new siding here at the cottage would be nice. Cheryl says we'll find out next week. I saw you had some people over, so hopefully they take care of that, because that's what's the use of having home insurance if when you have a natural disaster like hail that ruins your roof, siding, and gutters, that they can't use it. But yet they make you have it if you have a mortgage, right? I don't know about this business. A racket. We'll see. We'll see. Are we leaving these tags on here?
I have ones that don't have it.
Oh, I see what you did here. They're both in there. Andrew's ahead of the game here.
I'm trying.
Okay, everybody.
Saving lives and stringing beads.
Saving lives and stringing beads.
This one's going to be my new adventure short story series called The Mists of Allegory Gallery.
The Mists of Allegory Gallery. All right, everybody, ready for some Czech glass? This is vintage glass. Vintage Czech glass mostly. Vintage glass VG1.
For vegetarian garden.
Vegetarian garden or vintage glass. We're very good.
Very great.
Very great. Okay, so there's only, okay, let me see here. Let me get the banner up.
Y'all know how to claim?
This is how you claim, in case Heather's still out there and she's new. She doesn't know.
Another new person too.
Was there? I didn't hear any other new people's name on my way, but I had to skip ahead. So I missed this because I wanted to hear what was going on because I figured you'd be talking about me or on my way.
Talking smack?
No, asking for anything I needed to pick up, but I didn't hear you ask for a drink.
I said I'm parched like the desert.
No, I didn't hear that part.
Me.
Just ignored you. How do you know what I did? I didn't even hear it. Okay, so if you are watching, to place an order for any of these items, you send us an email to info@allegorygallery.com. It's up here. It's also scrolling in this text down here, which is also telling you what I'm telling you. Send us an email to info@allegorygallery.com with this lot number or SKU number, VG1, or whichever number comes up that you like. This is telling you how many of these we have. We have only 2 of these strands available. That's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. These are vintage. We don't have any more. Probably hardly anyone else in the world has any more of these. So once they're gone, they're gone. This is the price you'll pay per each of them, not for both, for each. All right. So send us that in a subject line is good enough. Put it in the subject, VG1 in the subject, send it to info@allegorygallery.com and hit send. Please send us a brand new email every time. Do not reply to your old emails to send a new one, as tempting as that may be, because that puts all of your emails in one group and I don't see them till the end and you miss out on everything. It's first come, first serve. Once I've gone through my email and I see all yours grouped together, I'm sorry, but you've missed out. So send us a brand new email each time and you don't have to worry about that. All right. VG1, vintage glass 1, $4 a strand. Look at these little red beans. Look at these cute little lima beans. That's what these look like to me.
You know, one of my dad's earliest memories was, of course, working. And he was going, look at these little red beans, and they were planting. And he had overalls, and they put these little red beans in his pocket so he could help plant. And they were planting peanuts.
Peanuts. There you go. Look at these little red beans. Bringing back the memories for Andrew.
It's not my memory.
This is not mine. So these are vintage glass, VG1. I'm sorry. Normally I have my computer here to tell you if they're selling out. I did not bring my computer because I didn't stop at home on the way here. So I don't know if these are sold out. So first come, first serve, VG1. There are 2 of those available. The first person that claims 2 of them, or the first 2 people who claim them, will get them.
Can you open it on the one computer?
What?
Barb's computer, and I can tell you.
Technically, yes, I could.
I don't know the password on the computer.
It's the same as the one at home. Hold on.
I tried to type it in, it didn't work.
If you log into my account, it's the same as mine.
Yeah, we tried to do the Instagram, and then I couldn't figure that out.
Well, you can't do it if you don't have that computer. You have to, and then you could never see what people were saying.
I know. We get a Periscope.
Okay. Michelle says, for the new people here, the streaming is normally very clear. Yes, thank you. Thank you. It normally is. We normally don't have issues. But today, the internets are saying no. Maybe the bees are causing internet issues today.
They need to mind their business.
To mind their business. All right. Next up, VG2. These little beauties right here. These are these little red drooks or rounds. Drook is the word for round in Czech glass. And let me tell you, I think these are 6 millimeter, but let me... Oh no, these are 7.5. What an odd size. Maybe you need that in your life. You don't see...
Trying to be set 8s, but they tumbled a little
7.4, 7.5. So maybe you need those in between sizes in your life, because mostly you see 6s and 8s, right? So that's a good size. It's got this beautiful metallic finish on one side. I guess there's not a side of a round, but on one part of the surface, right? I guess there's a side in a round, right? There's not a corner in a round.
The dark side of the moon.
It's like the dark side. The dark side. Marianne says, are they magic beans? Will that make you buy them, Marianne? I bet they'll bring some magic to your jewelry making.
Which doing? What did you do in a pottery class?
What are you talking about?
Like,
You want me to just be boring? Okay, fine. No, Andrew says I need to just show the beads. VG2, everybody.
Promises about how these things will give you powers. This is how we get arrested.
VG2, 2 strands available, $5 each.
I'm gonna go get separate cars.
You're blocked in. You can't go anywhere.
I have keys for the other car.
All right.
Drink.
Sounds like you need a drink.
Yeah, dry it up like a husk.
All right, boy, we're on a red streak today. Suzanne says someone got arrested.
Not to be.
Let's see here. Let's see. VG3. VG3 are these little reds. There's only one strand of this available. It's $5. Look at how beautiful these are. If you got any of those individual beads, the loose gemstones we did yesterday, we had that beautiful dyed coral. That's the word. I had sponge. It was coming. I had sponge coral. Beautiful dyed coral. These red would go really well with that. I bet they're close to the same color red too. VG3. $5. Marianne's already drooling. Says not today though. Had to get invented to pay my last invoice. We all do that sometimes. We all do that sometimes. It happens.
Turn the light off in there?
No, it was out.
I thought I turned the light on.
Nope, you did not.
Oh. I was just about to go in there and he gonna turn the light out on me.
See, I'm always being blamed for things I didn't do. Cheryl says, is that one from the inspiration kit? Did you use this in an inspiration kit once upon a time?
Could be.
Could be, Andrew said. Could be.
How many VG2 you got?
VG2, we got 2.
So one is claimed.
One is claimed.
What about VG3?
Only one of those.
That's called claimed.
Claimed. VG2, we've got 1 left. VG3 is sold out. VG1, we've got 2 still available from the sounds of it. Nobody wants those little beans. Poor little beans. Throw them down the mountain. See if they grow. VG4 are these. And they look like ruler beads, right? They look like the pony beads, but they're not. Look, they're smaller hole. Deception. But if you like the look of those other ones, but you don't need the large hole, because sometimes if you're using those with regular stringing, they just jingle jangle on the strand. So these are really nice if you want that larger look. These are 7.6 or so millimeters, 7.5 millimeters. And these are kind of this nice bright red. Bright red. There's only one of these available. Vintage Czech glass available for you all. VG4, one available only. And like I said, these are not ruler beads. Ruler beads are what they in Czech glass call what looks like a pony bead with usually a large hole. So you can use other stringy materials, but these are great for that look, but on a regular strand, so they don't wibble wobble. Weeble wobble, wibble wobble. And they don't fall down. All right. What's next? Boy, red kick. Are we color coding these? We were doing the color coordinated. All right, I guess you need the paper, huh? It helps. VG5. VG5, $4 only a strand. Now remember, these are vintage Czech glass pieces, everybody. These are vintage Czech glass strands. Once we are sold out, we don't have any more, unless Andrew stored some away somewhere. You never know. But most likely we don't have any more for sale, at least.
How many VG4 you got?
VG4, only one.
Sold.
VG4 is sold out. Thank you so much. So remember, once these are gone, they are gone. And probably, most likely, there's not a lot of places out there that you're going to find these strands available anywhere. Because we hoarded them and we have our collection and we're letting it go. But yeah, so these prices are pretty good prices for things that you're going to be able to make stuff out of and no one else is going to have.
Unique.
Very unique, right? And as you can see, a lot of these are being sold out right away. So first come, first serve, get your orders in.
Distinctive.
VG5 are these little rectangles, and these are coming in at about 5 millimeters by 15, just about 15, 5 by 15 millimeters in this beautiful red. Matte finish on these, kind of that matte finish, matte translucency. Really nice strand, only $4 per the strand. VG5, 2 of these ones available. 2 available. Once they're gone, they're gone. No more to be found. Are you on our email list, everybody? I sent out emails today talking about our loose gemstone sale that we had yesterday, and a few days ago we had another one talking about how instead of having to buy the whole strand, you can buy individual loose gemstones from us, and that way you can make a mix of things, make more one-of-a-kind things for your shows and for the things you do, instead of making like 15 of the same thing. Because it makes people want to buy it when they see it and there's like, there's only one and I fell in love with it. I got to have this one, right? So if you haven't seen those shows, check them out. Check them out because there are still things available and I think it's very much worth taking a look at. Now these strands are, let's say, inexpensive. So you don't have to worry about taking these apart to buy individual beads because we're only charging you, for example, $3 for these beautiful Czech glass faceted beads. This is kind of a beautiful yellow, kind of a mustardy yellow. Some people don't like that color, but I think it's a really nice color. Whoa!
I love mustard.
I know. It goes well with so many, like, look when you put it with the green.
Would that color make me look like I'm glowing?
Green, browns, beautiful together.
It makes me look regal.
Regal.
Or like a monk.
Like a monk. Suzanne says, what did you eat last night? What did we eat last night? Leftovers. No. No. Andrew made something brand new.
Like a hash.
He used some of our fake meat patties and cut them up. And then he made, I don't know what kind of a sauce that was, but it was good.
We're going to have a variation of it tonight.
We thought we were having mac and cheese tonight. No, I bought all this stuff for mac and cheese.
It's going to be like that, but different.
I thought I was getting mac and cheese with veggies and some meat.
It's like that.
It's like that. Karen says, I love the mustard with orange and brown, right? Like, look, this isn't quite the right orange maybe, but it still looks good. It still even looks good with that. And put it with a brown. Look at that, y'all. Play with some colors maybe you've never used that much before. Get yourself out of your box.
The price is right.
Price is right, $3 a strand. VG6, 3 of those available, and then they're gone. That's it. Now, we do not have these on our website, by the way, everybody. For those of you who are new, who may not know, the things we have on our live shows, we often do not have on our website. These are only available for purchase through the live shows. If we do end up putting them on our website, oftentimes the price goes up a little bit because I have to take pictures or videos, make the listings, measure all the beads again, measure the strand sizes. It's a lot of work. So the prices usually go up when they hit the website. The more an artist touches the work, the more the price goes up. That's how you price your things, right? Hopefully that's what you do. We don't want you cheating yourself.
How many VG6 you got?
3 of those.
We got sold 1.
Sold 1, so only 2 VG6s left. How's VG5? Nobody wants those rectangles. 2 of those still available. Next up, VG7. There is only 1 of these beauties available. Check those out. The crackle glass. That's a really good price for that strand. $6 only. When I price this stuff for the store, this would be like $8, $9, maybe more.
You can tell the price.
Andrew was having a good day today. He gave you the good prices.
I don't know. I'm just the price. I give you the price of the old time.
He gives you the price that this was back in the 90s. So that was probably what was on this, was about $6 back in the 90s. This is like a $10 strand right now, at least. So that's VG7. I would be surprised if that doesn't sell soon. But you never know. Sometimes yellow's a hard sell, but I love yellow. Yellow's not the best for my skin, even though I like it. I could do that. I could do that color. That'd look okay. It's like sunshine. Beautiful. A little bit honey, a little bit sunny. All right, VG7, only 1 available. $6 for the strand. Marianne says extremely good prices, right? I think so. Like, where are you gonna get check glass for $3 a strand anymore?
Somebody claim it.
Huh?
VG7 are claiming.
VG7 is gone. Thank you so much. VG8. Now remember, everybody, here's the thing too. We do send these out on Square invoices, and you can use Afterpay on Square. So you can set up your own payment plans. If you are approved through Afterpay, it does run. Sometimes it runs a credit check. Sometimes it doesn't. It'll tell you what it's going to do. There are different ways to pay. Sometimes it cuts it up into 4 payments, and there's not always the same check for that. If you need a longer payment plan, sometimes there's the longer payment plans with interest. There's different ways of doing that. And if all else fails and you want more, if you have a long-standing relationship with us on a case-by-case basis, if for some reason you're not approved for that, or you don't want to go through that, we get it sometimes. If you have a long enough relationship with us, we can work out a payment plan between us. We have done that for some people in the past, but please don't be offended if we say no. Sometimes we can take those on depending on the amounts. Sometimes we can't. It also depends on how long you've been with us and how long we've known you.
Also depends how much money is in our bank account.
Right. It depends on that too. How well we're doing. Right. Karen says, like honey, right? Michelle says, if I had the money, I know. Things will come back. Things are coming back for you, Michelle. I feel I have good visions for you out there.
Yeah, make that money, them beach things.
Right? Those beach things are taking off. Your husband's working again. Things are going your way. I can feel it.
Yeah, positivity.
Right?
Norm, that good news, that health news.
Good health news recently.
People are recover from stuff.
Right? Your mom's doing well.
All good things.
Good things. You are in a good place. Things are happening.
Open hand and an open heart.
And I don't know if you heard that. Andrew said, open hand, open heart, right? Norma says, I worked at Burger Chef in college. Mustard, orange, and brown gives me grease and polyester uniform flashbacks. Oh, no. But that's all in right now, Norma.
Doesn't that bring back the happy times?
Those happy times, those college days. I think so.
You in, where are you going? In Pittsburgh you went to school? Where'd you go to school? Chatham?
Where'd you go to school, Norma? Andrew's asking. I don't know if you can hear him in the other room, y'all. Let me know if you can hear Andrew so I don't have to repeat everything he's saying, or I will if you can't hear him. Marianne says you pay $3 maybe for 5 beads, right? $5 for this whole strand. There are 2 of these strands available, 2 of them available, and then those are gone. These are these beautiful, bright yellow, faceted Czech glass beads. Now that, you know, that's more than a $5 strand.
I remember you went to the party school.
Went to the party school.
You were telling us a story about how you wanted some serious learning, and then they weren't having it.
Let me know if you can hear Andrew, y'all. Suzanne says, I worked in a library in high school and it was terrible. In high school, when I was in college, I tried to apply for work study in the library and I did not get the position. But I didn't really want to work in the library anyway.
Why? I would love it.
I don't know. I kind of just, you know, I don't know. There was, I don't know if it was somebody was there. I don't know. It was just not it didn't feel like a good fit. Marianne says, not always hearing Andrew. We got to give Andrew a mic over there.
Okay.
Norma went to Duquesne.
Oh, Duquesne, that's all right.
Duquesne. Was that the party school? They weren't having the serious time. Okay, that's VG8, everybody. Getting me off track here. Andrew's getting me having to relay the conversations. Don't act like I don't like it, he says. In case you missed that one too. That's sass.
That's not sass, that's called truth.
What are you doing over there? Seeing where you left off?
Correct.
18.
Because I got the water brain.
VG9, $6 for this strand. This is like the last strand, but it's got the AB finish on it. Only one of these available as opposed to the 2 in the last strand. VG9, $6 for the strand, yellow with AB, yellow facets. Let me give you a size. I've been neglecting y'all. Just about 8 millimeters. Just about 8 millimeters. Marion says, I played a lot of bridge at university. Played bridge? Who does that? I don't think I've ever played bridge in my life. I don't even know how to start. We did crossword puzzles a lot in university. My friend and I would go to the hub and we'd do the crossword puzzles. I did fencing.
Like y'all are barrel of laughs.
Oh yeah, we were tons of fun. I did fencing, but I didn't join the fencing club. I tried to join there was a dance club. It was like serious dance, not like clubbing dance, but it was a club. And I got in. I think they were trying to do some of that, the Irish dancing. What do they call that? Huh? The river dance, that kind of stuff. And I don't think they really liked me all that much, but I was tall and lanky and I was very pale. And I think they wanted me specifically for that. And I got that vibe and I was like, nah. So I didn't do that either. Plus I had to go home on weekends to work and they practice most weekends. So it really didn't fit. Norma says, I started at Edinburgh State and that was the party school. I hated it. What?
I'm gonna go to Edinburgh.
You want to go to Edinburgh?
Yeah, they have a good medals program.
Good medals program. Is that Edinburgh State?
No, it's called something weird now because they consolidated.
Oh.
It's called like West Penn Power Edinburgh.
What? They consolidated. Aggies apparently, unless of course we were raiding the engineering student offices. Oh my. Norma says we played Pinochle. In high school, my friends and I would often play Hearts. And that was kind of a, if I remember, was it Hearts? I think it was Hearts. Was that the game? That was a kind of complicated game. And I don't remember how to play it anymore. I don't know if any of you have all played Hearts. I'm pretty sure that was the game we played. And it was a pretty complicated, from what I remember. And when they used to play it in high school during study hall and stuff. So this is VG10, these little yellow and metallic crystally goodnesses right here. These are about 6mm beads, 6mm. VG10, one strand of those available, and then it is gone. Never to be seen again. Marion says Hearts is actually similar to Bridge. See, I did then play something similar. I didn't play very often because I didn't have the same study halls as they did for the most part. And so they got really good at it. And then I was just like, I can't do this. And they had like rivalries going. And so each player they were playing. But if they had a space to fill, I got to sit in sometimes. VG11, only one of these. Look at this beautiful evergreen kind of color here. That's like that. Is that like the spruce? They have that kind of greeny, almost a bluey color in there. Yeah, if Hearts is similar to Bridge, then Bridge must be a little bit complicated too. Because I remember the Hearts a lot to keep track of in my brain, I feel like. But like I said, I didn't play it enough to get super good at it. But you have a partner, right? Kind of a partner. Is that right? Is that the way they do it in Bridge? Suzanne said, only cards I did in college was tarot cards. Some of my friends did that too. Norma says, we played Hearts in high school too. I don't remember how to play that or Pinochle anymore. Never played Pinochle. Tried Hearts. I could not for the life. If you said tell me how to play Hearts or you're done. You're dead. Goodbye. It's been a long time. Marion says it's fairly complicated. Yes, a partner in Bridge. Yeah, I feel like you played kind of with a partner, but you were also kind of on your own in some. Like I don't remember entirely, but there was that added drama. I feel like of having a partner, and you had to like do good by your partner too. I don't deal well with those kind of things.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, do I?
You have a choice.
I don't have a choice. Karen says we play Rummy. My grandmother, my brother, and I used to play Rummy Cube. So we used to play Rummy Cube, and we learned that from I think it was a friend of my grandmother, or maybe a relative. I can't remember now who we learned it from. But we would sit up and we would play board games, but some of the nights it was Rummy Cube night. So we used to do that. That's where you get to 30. Is it you get to 30? You have to add up to 30. Is that right?
We did Hand and Foot.
Hand and Foot. I've never heard of that one.
I don't forget how to play that.
Never heard of that.
And Sequence.
Sequence.
That's with cards.
We used to play, of course, we'd play like Old Maid when we were younger, and we'd spend the night with my mom doing night shift. We'd bring the card games, and we had an Old Maid deck. And then we'd also play War. I think it's War, where you'd throw down the cards, and whoever had the biggest card got the cards. You tried to get all the cards from everybody, but if you threw down the same cards, you had to do this fast throw. I forget how it all worked too. We used to do that. My brother and I played that in the car a lot. Marianne says Hand and Foot. Never heard of that one.
Probably a Southern thing.
Might be a Southern thing. He says probably a Southern thing. VG12. Aren't these pretty? I should really be talking about the beads a little bit more, huh? 9mm this way by 12mm. These are perfect. 9 by 12mm. VG12, only one strand available. Is this one sold yet, Andrew? VG12? Because this is so pretty. If somebody didn't grab this, you're crazy. You're all crazy.
Unless the email's not loading. Last thing I got was about 12 minutes ago.
Oh my goodness, nobody likes any of these. Maybe I'm just talking too much and not showing the beads. These are only $6, everybody. That's a very pretty strand for $6. But maybe our internet's not working and he'll get like 18 emails soon. Who knows? Marion says at home, Scrabble was the game of choice. I will not play Scrabble with Andrew. That is correct.
I'm very nice when I play Scrabble.
Huh?
I'm nice when I play Scrabble.
He's nice because he always wins. It's easy to be nice when you're the winner all the time. Andrew's very good at Scrabble.
I'm not that good.
He's very good at Scrabble.
You know, I'm not strategic. Some people, they know all them 2-letter words. I don't know any of the 2-letter words.
Yeah, you used to play the words with friends too, and you used to beat everybody all the time.
Well, that's nature.
Even across the internet. So don't be talking. He's good at Scrabble, y'all. This is VG13. These are these beautiful, they are flat on one side and they are rounded on the other. And they're kind of triangular, maybe kind of, they're more like that, whatever that is, loop. But they're really cool. I've never seen these, but I don't know where Andrew found these. To give you an idea, 12.5 millimeters. Oops, I can get them by 9. Norma says, oh, Marion says, my sister was usually the winner. Norma says, I hated Old Maid because one of the cards in the deck was Enormous Norma, and I already hated my name because it was an old lady name and everyone made fun of it. Oh boy. I don't remember that, but it's very possible because they had interesting characters on our Old Maid deck too. VG13, $6 for these. Only 2 strands available, and then they're gone. That's an awesome deal for $6. That's a lot of beads. Nice heavy strand of very interesting beads. What can you do with a flat back bead? There's a lot of things you could play around with that. Put some sequins on the back. That'd be pretty cool. We got vintage sequins in the online store, y'all. If you're looking for some sequins, go to allegorygallery.com, type in sequins. There's some really nice vintage sequins in there. All different sizes. VG14 are these beautiful blues.
Can somebody send a test?
He's like, am I getting emails? VG, maybe just nobody likes these. Nobody likes them at all.
I feel like I'm up in Siberia.
Andrew's over there for no reason. Nobody's sending any emails, or else the email isn't working. 5 to 5.5 millimeter VG14. 2 of these strands available. He only priced them at $4 because they're a little bit smaller. But as you can see, they have blue with a little hint of green. Or maybe it's a little bit of yellow, and yellow and blue make green. But look at that. Look how pretty those are. Whose name are those calling? VG14, $4 a strand only. 2 strands available. Once they're gone, they're gone.
I guess it's easier fun.
Marion says that blue strand is gorgeous, right? Yeah, let's check on my phone. I forgot I have my phone here. I'm not on my phone today, so... Yep, VG7 was the last call. Nobody's liked VG8 through 14. That's odd. That's odd. VG15 coming up for you. 1 strand available only is this beautiful blue. And this one, as you can see, there are kind of 2 different sizes on this strand, a 5.5 and a 6. So there's the littler size, 5.5, and then up to, that's not right, up to a 6. And there's actually a 6.5. There might be 3 different sizes on here, but it's a multi-size strand, and there's only one available. One available. Beautiful blue, faceted. Call these faceted rounds because Czech glass, usually when it's faceted rounds, they're a little bit not round, right? Those are not rondelles for sure. Beautiful blue strand, VG15. One available. So, what'd y'all have for dinner? Did you already go through the dinner? Did I miss that part? No. What'd y'all eat today? Air. I had some potato chips. I grabbed some potato chips before I went to my class. So far I've had potato chips. VG16, $5? Oh my goodness, Andrew. $5 for this blue crackle glass strand. Only one of these available. 8 millimeters. Suzanne had spinach ravioli with sauce. That sounds delightful. Oh, there's a broken one on there. So there's why it's $5 instead of 10. There's one broken bead. There you go. Vintage Czech glass crackle glass rounds. VG16. Marianne had leftover pizza for lunch and some cheesies for dinner. Oh, somebody like that one? 16. That one's gone. I knew at that price that was going to go. If it didn't, I was going to be very surprised. Because that was a delightful strand. All right. VG17. This is a 2, by the way. There are 2 of these available. VG17. Again, $5. Look at how nice these are. Half blue, half purple. Rondelles, faceted rondelles, coming in at 7 millimeters. Norma had pizza. It's a pizza night for some people out there. I know. I was hungry for pasta today, and then Andrew said, let's do some like mac and cheese. And I was like, oh yeah, that's good too.
Like our casserole.
Like a casserole. Ooh, I love a casserole.
If we get home soon enough.
He says if we get home soon enough.
If not, then it's going to be something different.
Something different if we don't get home soon enough. It depends when we end this. VG17, $5 for that. Where else but Allegory Gallery? You wouldn't even get this price from me, everybody. And just so you know, you're getting these prices from Andrew because he's doing the pricing right now. I would not price this at $5. This would be higher than that. This would be like $8, $9, maybe $9, $10 strand. That's some quality Czech glass. Just because it's vintage does not mean it's not quality. Remember that, right? A lot of times we get this idea in our head that vintage, or going to the vintage thrift shop, it's going to be cheap. Vintage stuff doesn't mean that it's worse quality.
Sometimes it's better.
Sometimes, as Andrew said, it's better, and sometimes much better. Because for one, it's withstood time already. So it's long lasting, but also they often used better materials back then. They didn't, skimp out on the quality materials. VG17, $5 a strand only. 2 strands available, and then they're gone. Karen says had roasted eggplant, Japanese sweet potato, quinoa, spinach salad.
I'm a buddy, yeah.
I know, that's what I was thinking. We got to go visit Karen.
That sounds great.
Andrew says, that sounds great. All right, everybody. VG18. are these little metallic flashing little rounds, these drooks in the brown color, 8mm beads with that metallic flash. There are 3 actually of this strand available, and he's giving them all away at $6 only a strand. So if you love these, now's your chance to grab these drooks.
How many of 17 did we have?
2 of 17.
One is claimed.
One is claimed, so 1 of 17 left. Marion says, and sometimes vintage is more expensive because it is rare, old, and better quality. It's true. These, for for your info, should probably be more expensive than most new Czech glass. But Andrew's pricing them, and he's giving you really great prices on all this vintage Czech glass. Pretty much the same prices that would have paid in the 90s. VG 18. Maybe 2000s. Maybe. Probably the 90s. Late 90s. VG 18. 3 strands of it. How many are you doing, Andrew? 50? We're on 18? I thought we were going to eat tonight.
You can't afford it.
You can't afford it. We already bought it. We better be able to.
Gotta go sell some more.
Got to sell some more. All right. I'm going to pick up the pace, though, a little bit. We have 3 of 18.
One down.
1 down, 2 of 18 left. Karen says, go, Andrew. Okay, I'm going to pick up the pace, though, a little bit. So Andrew's going to have to pick up the pace. I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit. Get through some of these.
Don't stress me out.
Don't stress me out, he says. VG19, $3 for this 1 strand that's available in this stunning green. This is a spring green, if ever I did see it. 4mm.
VG19 claims.
Sold. Let's move on. Thank you so much. Didn't have to wait around for that one. I like that. Everyone should be like that. They should all go like that. Holy moly, just when I thought Andrew couldn't go lower, $2.50 for this beautiful blue strand at 3mm a bead, VG20. Check that out. Look at all those colors in there. That kind of AB flash on those. It's got that metallic backing with some AB flash on it. So you get that blue, but you're also getting purples and yellows and whew, look at all those beautiful colors in there. Greens. You seeing them? I'm seeing them. So that's VG20, $2.50. Sometimes we make things so inexpensive that I think people think it's junk. These are not junk, everybody. Just so you know, we're just giving you an awesome deal. It's not that these are cheap. They're not made cheaply. These are authentic Czech glass from the Czech Republic that are vintage from the late 80s, well, late 90s, maybe early 2000s. And they are authentic. They are good. They are not cheaply made. They are good things. We just like to delight you with great prices. So if you're new here, these are not junky strands. These are not like, you know, very cheap things. These are authentic Czech glass. We're just giving you great prices on them. Suzanne says, you guys don't sell junk. Thank you. We do not. If we wouldn't use it, we don't sell it to you. Marianne says, sigh, so pretty and so inexpensive. Drool. I know, Marianne. It's not a time to delay. All right, everybody. These are beautiful. These are close to like a ruler bead. They have a big hole, large hole. Let me see what these are. These are, whoops, yeah, about a 3.3mm hole. They are faceted, and they do have a blue lined hole. Now, some of the blue lining on all of them is not perfect. It's just the nature of the stuff. But they are beautiful, and they're only $5. $5. one strand available. Very vintage, cool goodness. There's enough on there for $5 to pick out the ones that are really blue, and then you can use the other ones for something else if you want. VG21. And says those with the blue lining under clear look like they'd be perfect for someone's Frozen theme necklace, right? Is that still a thing happening? Frozen? I think they do more and more with that movie, right? Those movies, multiple ones. Really cool, really pretty. VG21, only one available. Only one available. All right. VG22. Oh, one bottom. Hold on, everybody. This one has multiple strands, and they're all mixed up here in the bag. Let me get this one. There we go. VG22 are the same type of beads coming in at the 8mm size with, let's see if this is the same whole size. Should be around 3.2 millimeter. And this time in the yellow. The yellow, these ones look a little bit more stable than the blue ones. Marian's is still popular, very popular movie still. And I thought my niece still is into that. She's into that, all that Frozen stuff. And these are faceted. You see the facets on them? They're like.
I asked her what her favorite Little Mermaid character was, and she told me Ariel. And I said Ursula's my favorite, and she looked a little bit horrified.
She looked horrified. I don't know if you heard that. Andrew said that he asked my niece, or our niece, what her favorite Little Mermaid character was, and she said Ariel, and he says mine's Ursula. And she looked at him horrified, like. So this is VG22.
She's got better songs.
Yeah, right. VG22, only 4 strands available. That's the most we've had available though this whole show. 4 strands available, $5 only per strand. These would be like $12 a strand in the store. Just so, like, if you bought this Czech glass, if this were modern Czech glass imported from the Czech Republic right now, in this condition that it's in, do you think you would pay $5 for that? No. I'm telling you right now, never would happen. Never would happen. All right. VG23. 1 strand. Whoa! 1 strand of it. They're very durable, everybody. They're very durable. VG23. Marion says, I'll stick with Wile E. Coyote. VG23. These have the blue lining. They're a little bit different. They're not as faceted as the other ones. The other ones have this triangular facet. These are about 7 millimeters by about 8.5 millimeters. They have the deep blue, kind of lapis blue or sodalite blue lining. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4 hexagons. And they have just the one facet. The other ones had triangular facets that went each way. But this is a beautiful strand. Now, these are not all the same size, as you can see. They are varying in size on this strand. I just gave you the measurements of one, just to give you an idea of what they are. But 1 strand only available. Beautiful strand. Go with some lapis. Go with some sodalite. Mix and match it, put it with some carnelian, some beautiful deep carnelian. That'd be beautiful together. VG23, $5 only. And 1 strand only available. Boy, I should have brought in my juice box because I'm getting thirsty now. Getting thirsty now. VG24. Again, 1 strand available. One strand available are these little flower shapes. And they have a metallic finish on one side and they're black on the other. So they give you that beautiful flash. Things like this are great for earrings because as they dangle and swing around.
How many of VG23?
Just the one.
Sold.
Sold. Thank you so much. VG24 we're on. Only one of these at $5. This is a big strand for $5. These are big beads. These are some heavy beads. 10 millimeters by about 8 millimeters. These are some big heavy beads. One strand available. Like I said, things like this in earrings, they flash when they move. When you get movement in them, they're really good for that. VG24, $5 for the strand only. One strand available. All right, VG25 coming up. Oh, who wants beachy stuff? These are unusual beachy things. So these are beautiful shells, but look at the color. Look at the color. It's like a gray, I'm going to say purple? Gray, purple? Here, so you can see. With a silver finish. Wouldn't those be beautiful on some beachy jewelry? Pair it with some amethyst.
How many of VG25 we got?
25, 2.
We have one sold.
One sold of this.
And VG24 we have.
So 24 has sold out. And says Michelle's looking for beachy designs for Venice, right? Those would be nice. One strand available, $4, VG25. Excuse me, because we already sold one. Thank you. Beautiful strands. Oh, love those. Where do you see that color together? You don't see that. That's the other thing about vintage things is you're going to see shapes and colors that you don't generally see these days. And sometimes they're just delightful, like that one. Where am I at here? 26. VG26. There are 2 of these available. Oh, good. At least he priced them at $7. I was like, if this is $4 or something, at least it's $7. It should be a lot more, but look at these. Icy Goodness. VG26. Look at how unique those are. You've got that flash, almost shampoo-y look from the blue in there. Gives you almost a silver with that blue and the black. Check those out. And they've got this wonderful crosshatch kind of pattern with the dots in between. One side's kind of smaller than the other. Got the large round dots in there and then the smaller ones on that side with that kind of waffle. I guess it's more of a waffle, right? Waffle. Just about 8 millimeters by 13.5 millimeters. Just about 8 millimeters by 13.5 millimeters. VG. I have not seen Lennis's name pop up. I haven't seen Lennis's name in a while. I know she posted on Facebook because I saw her Facebook post. Marianne says another frozen bead, right? You could totally use that for frozen. It looks like icy goodness, glaciery goodness. It also looks a lot like sea glass. So if you're looking to find things to combine with maybe some sea glass, I bet those would work really well. VG26. Only 2 available at $7 a strand. Would be about $12 in the store, just saying. Getting a deal, everybody. Getting a deal. What? He says I'm trying to give you all a deal as best he can. Make up for last night. See, he's going to get me anyway because I increased the price of those beads. Y'all love those beads, by the way. Thank you so much. We sold a number of them. We do still have some available. So if you missed last night's coins, those coins at the end, whoo, those were nice. All right. And I wanted to charge you $2 even more. So there you go. VG27, $4 a strand. We have 5 strands of these available. These are a good deal. These are these seashells, but this time they don't have any of the extra coloring or extra accent colors on them. These are just a beautiful kind of a lavender amethyst, a very light amethyst color. And they're matte. You're right, Andrew. They are a matte bead. VG27, 5 strands available at $4 each. And to give you an idea, let me do size. Some of these I forget size. If you want to know size, anybody, if I forget anything, just ask me in the comments if you're watching live. 8.5 millimeters by about 8, close to 8.5 by 8.5. All right. Okay. VG28. Ooh, these are some big ones. Oh, wow.
27s you got?
27s, I got 5 of them.
One of them
One of them is took. All right. Boy, Andrew's giving you the same price these were back when. Just so you know, he left the price tags on these ones, just so you know that this is the true old time, not inflated, didn't go through 30 years of inflation kind of pricing, or 20 years. Okay, so 20 years of inflation, 10 years of inflation, so not vintage. He snuck it in. $20 back then. He's trying to make it sound worse. He's like, it's not really old, everybody. No, these are still older beads.
They're unique.
They're very unique. These nuggets. There are 2 strands available. Have you seen things like this before? Have you seen these before? Look at that finish. Beautiful nuggets of Czech glass. Cheryl says, I have these and they're magical, right? These are beautiful.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know, Andrew said. VG28. Beautiful colors. Beautiful finish on those. Probably 10 to 15 years old. Not quite in the realm of vintage, but Andrew wanted to sneak them in. You're still getting a good deal. Still didn't go through that pandemic inflation, right? That everything from the Czech Republic and everywhere else has gone through. $20 a strand. 1 strand available. They are about 15 millimeters by, if I can get in there, by about 13.5 millimeters. VG28. 2 strands only available. VG28.
I got 1 time for a VG28.
All right, so 1 strand left. VG28. Thank you so much. 1 strand left. Somebody knows what they're getting. Those are some pretty nice beads. Cheryl, that other person, and maybe one other person is going to be the only people who got those beads. That's it. VG29. Now these are the ruler beads, large hole, or if these were plastic, we'd be calling them pony beads. And these holes are about 3.7 millimeters large. Nice large holes. Only $5 for the strand. And see what I mean? Those, when I was talking about those other ones, how if you string these along, sometimes these will jingle jangle on the strand, whereas those other ones that we had earlier in the show will not. So if you're using these on larger stringing materials like leather, 2mm leather would be perfect through there. Then they work the same as a regular bead, but maybe you want movement, so you put them on regular. I've used things like this on regular beading wire because I want that movement in there. So you can do that if you want to. And there's only one strand of these in this beautiful tealy color. Very nice color. And that's VG29, one strand available at only $5. $5. That's it. $5 bill. VG30. VG30. One strand of these available. He left a tag on it. See, it was $10 back then. These are another one I think is not as old because I remember these. VG30 are these beautiful blue tiles with the gold accent color. But look at that blue. Look at that color. Beautiful color. Slightly different colors of blue. There's slightly lighter ones and slightly darker ones. And only one strand available. These tiles are about 12mm by just about 11. VG30. One strand available at $10 for the strand. Same price they were 10, 15 years ago. Oh, I remember these. I love these beads. Love those. All right, VG30. How are y'all holding up? Doing okay out there? Doing okay? Hanging in there? We've got about 15 people watching, I'm showing. So thank you so much for hanging out with us, spending the night with us.
I feel bad we can't do Instagram.
I know. We could have done Instagram with you sitting over there, but we didn't start it early enough.
I tried to do it, but I can't figure it out.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to do because that's my account. If it was my account to my phone, it'd be easy. But to your phone, not so easy because of the huge long code you have to input. All right, everybody. VG31. Last of these strands available. Coffee beans. Did that wake some of you out there up? Coffee beans.
That was cute.
Michelle says good. Marianne's getting sleepy. Hopefully these coffee bean strand will wake you up. Michelle says hubby's already packed up and ready to leave. I thought he left already. When does he leave?
He's going again.
He's going again. VG31 coffee beans, $4. That was the old price on here. He'll be back on Sunday. Well, hopefully he has a good trip. He has lots of fun doing his thing. Is this for the Snoop Dogg thing? VG31, $4 for the strand. One strand available. Coffee beans. You know coffee bean jewelry sells quick. Who doesn't want coffee bean jewelry? This is for something else. Oh, good. That means more.
What number was that?
31.
Sold.
Coffee beans are sold. So that means he's getting more work. That's great. I like that talk.
Sold 3 times over.
Oh, lots of people wanted those coffee beans. Only one person got them. Snoop is in June, says Marianne. Okay. Well, I guess it is only mid-May, right? VG32 are these. These are stunning. They have black, white, and that blue. And they're little drooks. They are about 8mm. And there are only $5, y'all. I need to stop acting like I'm surprised. Andrew's giving you good deals tonight. Very good deals tonight.
Get over it.
He's like, just get over it. I know, that surprises me every time. Marion says one of his stops is here in Edmonton. That's nice. Maybe you get to meet her husband while he's in Edmonton with Snoop. Michelle says he has multiple other things going on or stuff going on before he leaves for Canada, including Snoop. That's awesome. See, you've got so much good happening for you. I'm so happy for you. You've been going through some really tough times lately, and it's so good to hear that things are on the up and up for you. VG32, we have 2 of these available at only $5. I'm sad to see these go at $5, to be 100% honest. I've seen these hanging here for quite a while, and they're one of my favorite strands that we have in the bead room. Just so y'all know. VG32. 2 of... Up. Sold. Thank you. Sold out. A little sad in my heart, but it's okay. They're going to good homes, I hope. Y'all take care of them. Okay. Next up, who likes leaves? Leafy beads? Old.
Maybe, no, never mind. No, they're not.
They're still older. They're all...
They're not the black ones. The black ones are old.
We haven't gotten to those yet. So these are VG33. These icy goodness leaves. I know a lot of you out there like the flowers and the leaves. So if you have been looking for some blue icy leaf beads, you've got them now for only $5 a strand. You know leaf beads are more expensive. They're always more expensive. And these are only $5 a strand. And these leaves, does it help when I give you the sizes, or do you all not care? 12 millimeters by 7.5. Does it make a difference when I do the sizing, or do y'all just like, I don't really know what that is, I'm just buying them if I like them? I often wonder that. VG33, 2 available, $5 each only. Suzanne says, I like knowing the size. Okay, that's 1 for liking the size. Anybody else have input on that? Because sometimes I don't know if I'm just wasting time doing it and the penny's enough, or if y'all really like to know. Marion says sizing is important to me. Okay, good to know. VG34, $8. You know this is a good strand if Andrew's pricing it at $8. These peachy goodness faceted rounds at 9 millimeters. Again, a kind of in-between size from your normal 8 and 10 that we see a lot of in gemstones. 9 millimeter faceted rounds, VG34.
I think that's when they use the gold to color.
They use the gold to color, Andrew says, to get that peachy goodness in there. Look at the, that's a very nice kind of apricot color, right? That is a color you do not see very often.
Oh no, that's not the one with the gold.
That's not the one with the gold?
There's one coming up with the gold. There's maybe it is. I can't see.
This is the one you priced at $8.
I can't remember what I just did. That's not it.
That's not the one with the gold, everybody.
The one with the gold is kind of more pink.
More pink. So this is an apricot-y color. Beautiful color.
Peach fuzz.
I was going to say, it probably goes with that peach fuzz y'all got.
You remember Pantone?
Anybody remember Pantone? Anybody still working with peach fuzz colors? How's that working out? Anybody liking that? Huh? Andrew is. He's still using it.
Been in my paintings.
VG34, $8, 1 strand available. VG35 coming up. 2 of these available. Whoa, let go. 2 of these available. all black. I love these little black beans. 8.5 millimeters by 16, almost 16.5 millimeters. Nice black strand, very classy black. Would be great for earrings, would be great for a bracelet. Do it with black and white, black and silver, black and gold, black and colors in between. Use some S-word crystal or some other crystal in between those. Give it a little bit of bling in between for spacers. At only $6, that's a very inexpensive bracelet to make and sell on to somebody. VG35. Only 2 of those available. 2 of those available.
Do people like the Czech glass?
Do people like Czech glass? Y'all tired of Czech glass? You like Czech glass? What do you think? Because we've got lots of Czech glass, but we try not to like overdo it. We could probably go days of Czech glass.
35. How many of that one?
We have 2 of those. One has sold. Somebody's picking up what I'm putting down. Anne says, I love Czech glass. Suzanne likes it.
Me too. I love it.
Yeah, we are Czech glass people. It's
I
one.
like glass beads in general.
Yeah, glass beads are good. Karen loves it. We have VG36. This is another one of those $4 strands and is pricing very inexpensively. Just about 4 millimeters. Faceted.
I have it priced too low.
Huh?
Maybe I'm pricing stuff too low. That's why nobody's claiming it.
He says, maybe I'm pricing too low. That's why nobody's claiming. That's what I said. Sometimes people, when you price things too low, think it's garbage. They don't see the value in things that are priced low. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think? VG36, $4 for this beautiful strand. Marianne says, well, I do love Czech glass. I like a mix of beads.
Get bored to tears.
Beautiful. These are kind of light olivey green with an AB finish. It's kind of like that gray green color. Whoops. Sorry, dropping stuff over here. Suzanne says, I would think it's a bargain. Price things low if you know, but if you don't know for sure, people just tuning in, they're just like, oh, why these $4 junk strands? Oh, poor little junk strand. No. Go home, little junk. Stay where you are, little junk strand. These are not junk strands. These are authentic Czech glass imported from the Czech Republic in the late 90s, early 2000s. Vintage from Andrew's collection. They imported themselves right into his little collection.
We do buyouts, and sometimes I keep things for a long time.
Yeah. If you didn't hear him, he says we do buyouts, and sometimes he keeps things for a long time. Here we go. VG37 is this kind of that same, very similar olivey color. This one was a matte finish, the one we had before. Now we have it in the translucent, glossy, glitzy finish. No, it's not that glitzy, but it's still that kind of light olivey green. But look at how beautiful those are. Now, there are 3 of these available, and he priced them at $5. That's a great deal. Only $5. These are 5 millimeters by approximately 7. 5 by 7. Marion says, I will always trust that you supply great beads at great prices. Main reason I buy the majority of my beads from AG. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Yeah. People who are new to us, people who kind of tune in and tune out real quick, they may not know that. They don't understand. But those of you who've been with us for a while, you know, we do our best for y'all. We do our best to do great prices on very good quality merchandise. unique, as Andrew said as well.
I get bored, though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about this. Like some bead places are, you know, in it for selling the beads, and that's all they're in it for. Like, but to make money. They're in it to make money. And yes, we need to make money, and we love to make money too. But we are actually bead people. We like the things we sell. We use the things we sell. We research the things we sell, and we try and give you the best information on the things that we sell. Like we're one of those companies that, even though we're small, we definitely value the merchandise that we have.
We went to a party, and I'm not gonna say whose party, but the one dude, he kept checking his phone, and I was like, "What you doing?" And he was like, "Well, I'm checking the sales." I was like, "Okay." And so we were talking about like buying stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, I really don't care what we pick out, just as long as it sells."
Right.
And I was like, "Huh?" And he was like, "Yeah, I really don't, I don't really care about beads." And I was like, "How come you're selling them?" And he was like, "Well, they seem like a good thing, and my wife, she kind of dabbled in it for a little while, and I saw people were buying stuff, so I just got into it, and I don't really like beads." And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Like,
we are
okay,
not
I'm gonna go somewhere else.
we are not those people. We love the stuff we sell. We get excited, just like you all get excited when you see good deals and good things and quality things. We get super excited by it as well, whether they're vintage, whether they're new. You know, we try and stay up with what's trending, and we try to do our best for you.
I will always love beads, no matter what I'm doing.
Yep. I don't know if you heard me, says, I will always love beads no matter what I'm doing. So these are gorgeous. VG38. If you haven't claimed these yet, I don't know why. These are $8 a strand. I'm looking at them. I keep going over them because they are stunning. They're that kind of olivey color, but they've got a metallic coating. And it's kind of here and there, that metallic coating. So it gives you that luster here and there. It's like that mercury glass finish. Beautiful. And these are 7.5 millimeters by just about 3.8. Marion says, I've been unpleasantly surprised from a couple of bigger vendors. See, that's, you know, that happens. He's like, who is it? Send me a message. That's the thing, though, is like, we are small. We know that. But we also touch and inspect every single thing that comes in. We are behind everything we sell. And if we inspect it when it comes in, we look at it before it goes out to you. You know, every once in a while there's a mess up that happens, but most of the time we have seen every single thing to make sure that it's fit for you when it gets to you. We do our best. Michelle says, I buy everything here except what I can't. Usually that's delicas and seed beads. Thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah, we can order delicas if you have time to let us order them, if we can, but we don't stock them as much. Someday, mostly because of Michelle.
No, we had one of my friends.
Oh yeah, with that estate sale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know Michelle. She's waiting on that package to go out for her.
Oh, good.
Suzanne says, so have I, and I won't buy from those vendors anymore. Andrew's like, who is it? Send me their names. Yeah, we're small and we still have control over everything. We love the beads. We're not just buying and selling things to make money. We do ultimately have to make money to stay in business. But, if we could do this without having to worry about making money, this is still the thing that we would be doing. And that, I think, is what makes the difference in a lot of cases between us and a lot of other bigger companies. They're doing it because they can make money doing it. We're doing it because we have to make money, but we would do it anyway. Marion says, no names will pass my lips. Some misrepresented the material the beads are made from, and some charged very high shipping costs.
You can send it to me in a message. You don't have to speak it. You can type it.
You hear that? He came in the room just to say that, too.
Well, I like to know because...
It is good to know because...
sometimes when people keep secrets, then nobody knows, and then they keep ripping people off.
These are 2 different strains, Andrew.
Oh.
2 different ones. You want to make another extra?
No.
Okay. All right, everybody. VG40. Here, I'm going to show them both just so you can see. And you can pick if you want one or the other. One has the AB finish on it. So this is VG40 with AB. This is VG40 without AB. So
I was over in the dark hole.
Yeah, he was over in the dark side. So if you want the AB finish, you can claim VG40 AB. If you want the regular one, just claim a VG40. Marion says, okay, I will send a message, Andrew.
To me, personally.
Personally to Andrew.
Because if you send it to the store, then I never see it.
These are about 5.8, so about 6 millimeters.
Also, I shop places too.
Yeah, we like to know because we do shop. Sometimes the places you're shopping, we might also be shopping for wholesale vendors.
Or I just for my own product.
Or for his own personal use.
If I don't have it, then I'm not gonna necessarily order 100 or something.
Right. VG40, $7. One of those really available, but there are 2. One is AB finish and one is not.
This is what they call dish the tea.
Dish the tea, he says.
When I gave a curatorial talk and then I scared somebody because I said I was going to dish the tea.
Oh, yes, you did. That was during your talk.
I laughed pretty hard.
They're like, oh!
He said that his class was watching.
He didn't know what he was going to talk about.
He said he put it on the screen for his students to watch.
Have they posted that yet?
I don't think so.
I just checked the other day and I hadn't seen it yet. VG41 are these ruler beads.
You probably have to edit it.
These roller beads, the hole in these is about 3.4 again, same as the other ones we had. And they are about 8.5, almost 9. Let's see. Let me get a better grip here. Yeah, just about 9 millimeters. VG41. And these are a lovely green color. I love this minty green. Minty green. Ooh, VG41, only $5, and one of them available only. One of them available. Okay, what did we go up to? 50 today, Andrew?
Correct.
Okay, so we've got 9 more to go only. So if you've been waiting, holding out, making your lists of what you want, some of our people out there do that. They make a list the whole way through the live, and then they decide and pull the trigger at the end. You've not got many left to go.
So I haven't kept up with the email.
I tried to open my phone here. I'm trying to keep up if I can. All right. VG42. $2.50 for this beautiful basic black.
Don't call it basic.
Well, that's a thing, basic black. And this is a little bit matte finished with that faceting. So it's got this satiny kind of finish.
I like the word classic.
Classic black. Classic black.
Basic black sounds like somebody who...
That's fashion, basic black. That's what fashion calls
when
basic
somebody
black.
says something looks basic, I'm like,
So these are...
Somebody don't like you.
These are VG42s. 2 strands of these available. And these are 3 millimeter faceted, classic black, matte finish faceted beads. Look,
Classic sounds like it's classy.
Look at that.
This one lasts.
It is going to last. It is going to last. It is enduring.
You can get your money's worth.
Nobody wants those yet? VG42?
That's because it's too cheap.
I told you. It should be like
$5.
$5. $100. That one just changed to $100. Who wants it now?
Imagine if that happened.
What?
Somebody was like, I will claim that at the $100 price.
I know. They're like, I'd like to pay you $100 for that. And
you, $2 string.
You know what I would say? What else would you like? What else would you like? I mean, wouldn't you do that if you were selling something and somebody said, I want to pay you more? What else would you like? Okay, these are really cool. So on the strand like this, they look like this. You know,
what you trying to do?
But you know what these are? These are leaves. These are leaves. Yes.
Those are the old ones.
Andrew said these are the old. Yeah, where do you see these like this? Have you ever seen this before? I've never seen this coming out of Czechia. Let me see if I can even get. Let me just try down here because getting these one at a time is not working. So they're about 9 millimeters one way by about 9 millimeters the other way. Just trust me on that. That's about what they are. But you get this whole strand of these little dangling leaves. VG 43. And we sold out on 42. Thank you so much. Somebody liked those. Did you want to pay the $100 a piece? Or the $2.50 a piece? So many leaves, says Michelle. I know. Look at how many leaves are on there.
Double stuff.
Classic black.
Normally, when you buy the leaves, they make it a shorter strand because the way the beads fit on there. They're a lot fit on a strand, but that's like a regular strand size.
This is more than a regular Czech glass strand size. This is a big strand.
Double stuffed. Double stuffed
leaves. VG 43, and what I underpriced them? $8. $8.
So expensive.
That's just so expensive. Marianne says, yes, lots of leaves on that strand.
It's the whole forest.
It's the whole forest. Okay. Oh, this one's the gold. The $9 strand. High dollar. Highest dollar I think we had tonight.
No, $20.
Oh, that's right. We did have the $20 strand. But there's still one left, I believe. VG44. Check those out. Aren't those pretty? I'm looking at them myself. Look at that glitz in there. These are the ones Andrew said they use gold to make. Little bits of gold. Michelle says, you don't normally see like 5 or 10 leaves for around $5. Or don't you normally see like 5 or 10 leaves for $5? At least, yeah. Usually leaves right now start, I would say, around $6 a strand. And there are like 7 to 8 leaves on there. So that last strand was a good deal if you like the little leaves. This is VG44. There are 2 of these available. These are faceted rondelles coming in at about 6.5 millimeters. 6.5 millimeters. Marianne says, I even think that strand is pretty. And she doesn't like pink, y'all. If you don't know Marianne, she does not like pink.
Color.
I know, and she even likes this strand. That means a lot, right? Look at that. And that pink is dusted kind of like on the top, so you can see. You can see that. And then it carries all the way through. It's so pretty. VG44, 2 of those available, and only 2. Once they're gone, they're gone. $9 a strand. Coming to the end, everybody. Coming to the end. What are you working on over there, Andrew?
Oh, you'll see.
Oh, he's working on a surprise. VG 45. I always pull the other strand. VG 45. Ooh, these are nice. These are really, really nice. Do these ones have that on there?
I needed my board. I actually needed to go to bed, but I was looking for my board and I couldn't find my board.
Yeah, it's over here. VG 45 are these rounds. Now, there are 2 strands available. One of these strands, if you'll see, has like 2 rondelles on it. But
is this a mix and match strand?
This, it's all that except down here, symmetrically, it has those 2 rondelles. The other strand does not have that. I don't know.
Oh, never mind.
I don't know why the other strand doesn't, but these are about 8mm rounds, Drooks in Czech glass. There you go. $7. Look at that gorgeous green color. Marianne says bonus, right? Yeah, that's a bonus, all right. First person to claim it gets this strand, which is the bonus strand. VG 45, $7 only in this gorgeous, stunning green. That's my kind of green right there. Forest green, says Michelle. It is a gorgeous green color. That's the kind of green that brings out my eyes. I like that green. I like wearing that green.
That green brings out everybody's eyes.
He said brings out every. It's not just you, William. Your eyes aren't the only nice eyes. It does. It's a good color for many people's eyes.
What color is that donut is?
I don't know.
Do you have red eyes?
Red eyes? Like my eye was for a while?
No, like red.
Red? I don't have red.
Like that Twilight.
The Twilight.
They drink the human blood.
The human. None of my forests are that color, says Marianne. That's a good color. That's a good color. The pines around here are very close to that color. VG 46. There's some leafy green. You got leaves like this, you have to. 7.5mm. 7.5mm faceted round Czech glass. VG 46. $6 a strand only. 3 of these strands available. 3 of these strands available. VG 46. That's a beautiful color. That's a leafy green. But glitzy, glamoury. Love it. Love it. All right, where's that bag? VG 46. 3 of them available. 3 of them at $6 each. VG 47 coming up. 1 of these available. Ooh, that's a long strand. That's a long strand. Look at that strand. And it's these beautiful, these have a wildly blue, like look, you see the blue in there? They're this amber, but then they've got that finish on them. Let me show you. Can you see it? The finish, I don't know if the finish is gray and it makes it look blue or if it is a blue color, but look, and they're so pretty. I love these so much. These are smaller. These are just about 6mm. But look at those. If somebody doesn't grab these, I will be very surprised. It's an extra long strand. It's only $4. And it is sold. Thank you so much. I knew it. Sometimes you just know. Sometimes you know that one has to go because it's too pretty to stay. It's too pretty not to grab. VG48. This is a mix and match. Just got some ruby red and some blue. Mix and match strand VG48. It's like sapphires and rubies. It's got the sapphire blue and the ruby red. More like garnet red on there. Mix and match strand. These are 8mm beads. Beautiful strand. You don't see mix and match colors like that very often. There are 2 of these strands available. VG48, $6 each. We're going to call that the sapphire strand, right?
Oh, I just saw that interview of the vampires back on TV.
Oh, yeah? So is Bridgerton's coming on, I think, starting tomorrow.
What?
They were talking about that in my pottery class. I thought the new shows didn't come out in the summer.
Now it does.
Now they do. It used to be that you watched reruns in the summer because everybody was out working in the yard and stuff, and all the new shows came out in the fall. Now it's year round. VG48, 2 of those available. VG49, next to last. Next to last. Michelle says, oh yes, I can't wait for Bridgerton. Marianne says, new shows all year round now. Yeah, they do. VG49 are these. These I think are 8s. Oh, 7.5. 7.5 millimeters in this lovely, deep, rich, brown, ambery brown color. VG49, only $6 a strand. 2 of these strands available. Nice long strands too. Nice. Should have had a ruler. I do have a ruler. I should have had this out so you all can see how nice and long these are. This is an 8-inch strand of Czech glass. That's not usual that much anymore. So $6, 2 strands available. And the last one of the evening, whoa, is VG50. I love, love, love this color blue. This cobalt blue. $6 each only. 2 strands available. These cobalt blue drops. They are about 7 millimeters by 10 millimeters. Look. How can you not like that glowy, glowy blue? Look at the light shining through that. VG50. $6 each only. And again, let's see, that's an 8-inch strand as well. 8-inch strand. VG50, last one of the evening. $6 a strand. 2 strands available. Yes. Beautiful blue to end. Drool, says Marianne.
No, you have a choice.
Oh.
And so that was this one. This one's still wet. I don't know if I'm going to do all of them like this.
Hooey. Okay.
That one should be dryish.
You see these? These are the new ACEO cards he's giving you a preview of. Michelle says those drops are expensive. Not here, they're not. they're $6 $6 a strand. So you have this one. Ooh, look at this one, y'all. Let me see if I can. I don't want to touch these because they're not dry yet. Look at that. What do y'all think? He just disappeared. Suzanne says, sweet. I don't know where he disappeared to. He dropped these off and then left. Here he comes. He said you dropped them off and then you just left.
Yeah, that's what I have to do. I gotta wash my brush. So I don't know if I should do the one, the glitter background.
Michelle says second one. Suzanne sending hearts. Which ones do you like better? You like the plainer ones, or you like the crazy glitter background? Marianne says, cute concept, but too pink for me. You didn't like the Aurora Borealis, Marianne? Too pink for you? That's what he modeled these after, the Aurora Borealis cats. Marianne likes the one with the gold the best. So which ones do you like? Norma likes the glitter. Suzanne likes both.
Well, there's only going to be 9 of these in the store.
9 of them available. And you got to pick one or the other. You don't get a choice of both, or are you going to do a split?
I think I'm going to, if people like the glitter, I'll do the glitter.
Marianne says, Aurora here is usually green. That's nice.
It got green pop.
It did get, and there's some green in there. Which ones? What do y'all like? We only got 8 people watching. Most of them have said they like the glitter. The glitter seems to win.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. Hopefully you all have a great night. We're going to go get something to eat.
I need to finish working on something first.
Okay, I'm going to go home and feed the cats because they haven't eaten their dinner yet.
I was like, what the heck?
All right, everyone. Thanks so much. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be sending out the spreadsheet, or I'll be doing the spreadsheets and sending out the invoices tonight. If you'd like to claim anything else, get the claims in. Of course, you can claim anytime within like a week or so, and I can still get those in. So feel free. All right. Thank you so much. We'll have something more for you tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Bye-bye.
See you.